Let's just talk a little about this 3-game win streak. Can you sense the confidence a little bit building in the guys here, win after win?
Yeah, winning's contagious. Once you kind of get the taste of it, you want to continue that. So, been a great week of practice, and I think leading back, getting the homecoming win, and even before that, it just is fun. And we played really well at home, so hopefully we can continue doing that on the road this weekend at Minot State.
How pleased would you say are you with the running game, and how responsible are they for the current winning streak for you?
Anytime in college football, it's just not a BSU. If you can run the ball, you're usually going to have success. So credit has to go to the guys up front blocking. I think we've done a nice job. Continue to put those guys in good positions. I think the evolution of the fullbacks between Matt Gross and Wetlaufer have done a nice job coming in and banging around. So those guys are young, haven't had a lot of game experience. We lost Petrich last year who did that, and we've had some injuries at tight end. So we've had to do it in a little bit different fashion. So I think the nice thing is that we've have found ways to do it, and there's still some things to do. We got to do a better job perimeter blocking with receivers to get out on the perimeter more, but we're pretty happy with what we've been able to do in the run game.
Talk a little bit about how Tahi and Andrew have kind of complemented each other here in these last couple weeks, especially kind of that 1-2 punch that's developing a little bit there.
Different backs and different styles of runners. Andrew's he's very patient. He sets up his blocks, and Tahi, he's a bigger guy, more physical downhill runner. Although last week he made some really good open field decisions and they almost looked similar out there, I guess, when they were making those. So they do complement each other, and I think they stay healthy and they stay fresh and they're able to rotate. So dividing that workload, similar to what we were able to do last year between Genna and Tahi. So been a nice 1-2 punch for those two guys in the backfield.
What do you know about Minot going into this week's game, and how do you approach them?
They're the Beavers. That's the first thing. So we got the Beaver Bash, which has gone back for 17, 18 years since I've been here. So I knew they got a new staff. Coach Aldrich was down. Well, he's been the head coach at Augustana. He's bounced around at Southwest, and he was most recently at Southwest State. And Mike is a good coach, so he'll get it turned around at Minot. It's just maybe take him a little bit of time, but I think he's ahead of schedule. It might not show in the win-loss columns, but they're on the right track. They've had 3 or 4 games that they lost by less than 8 points, and so you flip a couple of those around, they're sitting at 500. So I think they're close right now, and you don't want to be the team that lets them sneak up on you. So we'll have to play well, and then of course we got Derek Edholm, our former quarterback, and one of our guys on staff. He's our offensive coordinator, so they'll be real familiar with what we do. So we'll have to again take that in consideration and hopefully go out and play a really good game on the road.
Defensively, they haven't given up too many yards per game. I think it's second in the conference. Couple turnovers, like 9 turnovers so far. I guess what have you seen from their defense, or what they've kind of given every week?
I think the defense is a product of their offense too. I think they're gonna grind the clock and they're gonna slow the pace down. A little like similar to what Mary did in different ways, not with triple option, but they want to control the ball. They want to snap the ball late in the count, which is smart. They've been able to stay in close games like that, and you see that in our area around here. North Dakota State, when they were first starting out and got things turned around, they were doing that to stay in games, and even the University of Iowa does it that way, where they are probably playing against teams with at times better skill. Iowa almost beat Penn State. It's not because they have more skill. They were able to just keep it at close games. So that's what they've been trying to do, I think, is manage the clock, and they do have some explosive athletes on their team. I think the receiving core is good. I think their running back number 1 is a really, really good player. They just, it seems like every time they get something going, they'll have a turnover penalty or something like that, and then, that's what slowed down their offense. But they do have a stingy defense. They force you to, they force you really to run the ball. They got a good secondary, so hopefully we can get back to the basics and be able to run the ball against them, because that's going to be critical. And who knows with the weather, it might not usually blowing and windy and cold, so that might have a little bit of say in the matter as well.
I just talk about this 3-game winning streak. Can you sense the confidence building here, win after win? I can just talk about what's been working in these last 3 weeks in particular.
Yeah, definitely. We've always been kind of a confident team. That's kind of our mantra. We know we work to be the best team out there. So winning the game is just a byproduct of the hard work that we've been putting in. So it's just something that we're going to build. Like, it's contagious, like Coach said, so we just want to keep winning, and we're going to keep working for that.
You forced a lot of 3-and-outs these past couple of weeks. How good does that feel on defense to force that many punts so quickly?
Oh, it feels great. I love it on defense when we are able to put the ball back in our offense's hand. We have so many weapons over on the offensive side of the ball that it's hard not to score if we give them chances. So that's all we're trying to do on defense, honestly, is just give our offense some chances and force some turnovers when we can. So it feels great when we see the team switch out, call for punt.
you're talking a little bit about there, but I guess what's just the general scouting report of Minot offensively? What have you seen on tape? What are some of the challenges?
Yeah, Minot, it's a little bit different than the usual Minot teams. They kind of switch their offense up a little. They want to pass it a little bit more. They have one quarterback that can run a lot, and then they have one that can kind of sit in the pocket and throw. So it's just a different mix-up of trick plays and big shots that they take. So we just have to make sure we just play physical 11-man football, and we'll be fine.
Last week with Mary was kind of a different beast to face with the triple option. So how do you think you guys handled that?
The triple option is always fun to play. It's kind of old school. I mean, it's really like the same thing that we have to do every week is just 11-man football. You just trust that your teammates will do their job, and that's kind of the byproduct of just playing the sport. And that's exactly what happened in Mary's. I mean, it's a run game, a little bit more physical, and that's kind of fun than something we've got away from in more RPO type of passing offenses where it gets fun in the trenches when you can bang around. So that's what we got to do last week.
I think I saw that you guys lead the entire nation in interceptions. I believe I see that right.
Yeah.
Just talk about, this defense, how big they are of forcing turnovers. You guys, being able to do that so far this year.
Right. The defense is just a great thing. I mean, it's just like it's the team sport. So if we rush the passer, the quarterback has to make a quick decision, and our safeties are just so quick. We have smart guys that just can learn from our good coaches, and it's just a product of everything that we do, like out there at practice, and just being able to make sure that we all run to the ball and just going hard, stuff happens. So that's what our defense is about, just making sure everyone just is working as hard as they can.
Probably sound like a broken record, but I guess just talk about this 3-game winning streak, the confidence level you guys, in particular these last 3 games, is it starting to build here win after win a little bit?
Yeah, I would say, we didn't start off the season how we wanted to, and these last couple of games we started to develop a little winning streak, and we hope that we can continue to keep rolling and hopefully roll some more into the postseason. So.
How do you think you and Andrew Lukowski really play off of each other in the backfield?
I would say we both have different styles of running. I would say I'm more of the bruiser and set the tone kind of running back, and then he comes in with the change of pace and then really does well out of the backfield as well too. So he has a lot of places we use him in the offense, and I think we complement each other very well. So.
Seems like this offense goes as the running game goes. Is that kind of approach that you guys take every single game? Is to try to dominate and get going early?
Oh yeah, well, we try to establish the run first of all. It starts with the offensive line. When those guys get the push, we get the holes to run through and keep the chains moving and keep the drives going. So yeah, we try to establish the run.
Dennis up in the booth has his nickname for you during games. Runaway freight train of pain. How proud of you are of that nickname, I guess?
Well, I got that nickname my freshman year. It was kind of funny the first time he mentioned it. I really didn't think that he was talking about me, but yeah, I think it's a cool nickname, I would say. So.
I guess just what's the scouting report on Minot State's defense? What have you seen so far from them watching their tape?
Well, they have a lot of athletes on defense. I would say their record doesn't show it, but they cause a lot of turnovers, a lot of overfronts and corner blitzes this week. So we got to make sure pass protection is really on point this week to give Jordy some opportunities. So.
I guess what was kind of the reaction of that? The excitement of seeing that.
Yeah, Gabe, it was a great play by him. He got a chance to be in coverage, get to move out to Sam a little bit, play a little bit in space. He did a great job of, diagnosing the play, getting to his pass responsibility, and balls run right to his chest. So, couldn't ask for a much easier one to throw right in your chest, but, he's in the right spot at the right time. He does a good job with his footwork and getting out there and got to the end zone, so I couldn't be happier for the guy.
What do you think about the skill set that this group of guys that you work with brings each day?
A very unique skill set. So, being an outside linebacker in our system, you got to kind of be an expert in playing man coverage. You got to be able to rush the passer. You got to be able to stop the run. So you kind of got to be able to do everything. So the skill set we got right now, it's very unique where we got guys that can run with some of the fastest dudes on our team. We got dudes that can bang around and throw the shoulders in when they need to. So I think that's the very cool part about having it is you got guys that can do the whole spectrum and can't ask more of them sometimes.
I guess how this defense, kind of the mantra is forcing turnovers, just the ability to do it as a whole this entire year, I think towards the top of the nation. I guess just talk about just week after week, it seems, they just keep topping themselves from the previous week.
Yeah, our guys, they they don't get satisfied. Every week they want to keep on improving and doing better and better and better every week. I think they do a good job of coming to practice every week with a clear mind and ready to improve. They're not satisfied with, 3 picks in the previous game. They try to get 4 the next game, and they do a good job of practicing hard constantly, running to the football. And, like Alex Burgess said, when you run to the football and all 11 guys are playing hard, great things happen, and that's definitely been a byproduct of this season so far.